Hello and welcome to the Ubuntu Unity desktop in 5 easy steps. I'm recording this video for 2 reasons. The first one is Linux has a real reputation for being a hard system to use and a hard system to learn. And Ubuntu has come so far in this regard, and especially with the new Unity desktop they've used in the last few releases, is I think one of the easiest systems to learn out there, and I'm going to show you, and I'm going to prove it to you hopefully tonight. The other thing is I've been watching a lot of YouTube vlogs, and I especially like Chris Perillo, and he likes to put his dad down in front of a new desktop system, whether it be a Linux system or Windows 8 or Mac, and say, here, figure this out. And those sort of videos are entertaining, and I'm seeing now quite a few people have picked up, Grandma does Windows 8 for the first time. And while they're entertaining and they're enlightening, they're also a little deceptive, because computers have a lot of cool tools that once you see them, they're really easy to use. But just to put somebody down who's never seen the system before, maybe they don't know where to look for things. So I'm going to show you where to look for things. We're going to have 5 steps, and we're going to be able to find everything on this desktop computer and beyond in those 5 easy steps. So the first thing we're going to do is the menu bar at the top here. The menu bar is going to have a lot of the basic information you need about your computer. We've got a little drop down about this computer, help, system settings, and of course our shutdown, restart, all right up there. A little widget with the time and calendar. We've got our volume, our Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, battery, all that kind of stuff is all going to be found right up here. So if you're looking to shut your computer off, that's fine. I've got a few things going and a few things customized, so there's a few things up here that aren't going to be on a default install, and that's okay. They're actually very easy to add, subtract, whatever. I'm going to show you one little trick about this menu bar that maybe is not quite so intuitive, but once you know is really good, which is if we've got a program open and there's my website, and let's say we have this minimized, and down here you notice there is no menu bar. That menu bar is still up here. And that, I think, is kind of a cool thing if you use lots of little programs. Whatever program you have highlighted is going to be up here, not down here. So that's step 1, menu bar. You can find out all sorts of basic information about your computer. Step 2 is going to be the ribbon here. And the ribbon is going to contain all of your most commonly used programs. It's going to have your home folder where you can find all of the files on your computer. It is going to have, well, if it comes default, it's going to have Firefox, not Chrome. But your web browser, it's going to have LibreOffice Writer all right up and down here. And the thing I love about the ribbon is it's so incredibly easy to customize. You don't want Red Notebook in your ribbon, unlock from launcher, and it's gone. You want GIMP higher up, click and drag. Or if you want it lower down, click and drag, and Ubuntu will remember these settings, and that'll be there. Now, what if you want to put something new in there? We'll do that in just a second, and that's just as easy. So there you go. That's the ribbon. There may be a few programs on here by default that you won't necessarily know about, like Terminal. Don't worry about that right now. When you get used to it and start reading help forums, maybe you'll want to encounter that, but still. All your basic, commonly used programs are there. Now, what about the other stuff? The stuff you don't use that often, the stuff that's not by default there? To find that, we go to Dash Home. And Dash Home, also known as the Unity Lens, is quite an interesting little piece of hardware here. We can search through applications, we can search through files, and we can search through lots of stuff, but to search visually is not really how it's set up. It's going to take you longer than on other systems. What's really meant is, okay, we had that Red Notebook, we got rid of that, let's put that back. So we're just going to start typing, and there it's going to come up. And you notice we have applications here, we have files, and then under more suggestions you're going to get some internet searches, which is kind of interesting. So let's click on the red notebook. We're going to bring that back open in just a second here, and then I'm going to show you how to put that into your ribbon and to dock it there permanently, which is just as easy as taking it out. Here we go. It's up. And now that it's open, it's going to be here. Anything that's open is right here in the ribbon. So we're going to right click on it, lock to launcher, and now it's going to be there. And so, I mean, hey, that's step 3, and it's still pretty darn easy. So what about stuff you don't have on your computer that you want on your computer? New programs and that. Well, by default in your ribbon you're going to have this Ubuntu Software Center, which is basically the app store for Ubuntu. And there's a lot of free stuff. They're moving more and more towards paid apps and professional development, but there's still just a ton of free apps available. And that will by default be in this ribbon. It's also easy to search for in that dash home. So that's step 4. Step 5 is going to be we're going to go to our web browser, and we're going to type in how do I blank 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 Ubuntu. And this is the other really wonderful thing about Ubuntu, is it has a huge community out there. Help Ubuntu, Ask Ubuntu, Up Ubuntu, Oh My God Ubuntu, you name it. There are websites galore. There's Ubuntu forums. There's a ton of help. In fact, I thought about doing this as just 2 easy steps to learning Ubuntu. Here's your Wi-Fi connection. Here's your web browser. You can find almost anything about Ubuntu online. In the past, it kind of had a problem with being a lot of geeks on the help forums, but even that's changing, and there's a lot of people who can show you how to do things in the graphic user interface and how to do them very easily without a lot of technical know-how. So that is why I think Ubuntu is rapidly becoming one of the easiest and most usable operating systems out there, and gladly would recommend it to anybody. And thanks for watching.